Update on the Beretta M9 22. Got my parts in. Here's a skeletonized hammer, which ended up not working out because the 22 model has this diameter a bit smaller. So even with the 22 sleeve that goes in here, it would have been flopping around. It wouldn't have worked properly. This, in the other hand, is the plastic trigger. Doesn't look like it, but it is like polymer coated or something. It's not all steel. This trigger is all steel. Took me a minute to get it in there and working. The Wolf piston driven trigger spring did not work. I tried shortening it, modifying it, and I essentially just ended up destroying it. Unusable now, but that's alright, it's just a spring. Gotta try and find out what works and what doesn't. So, the D spring is in here. I polished the hammer and some other stuff in there, and the pull is really nice. It's very crisp. I mean, it's got that little take up there like all Berettas do, but right after that it doesn't take much for this thing to go. The only thing left I'm waiting on is the metal button here. That's still plastic, I didn't get that yet. Let me take this down for a second. So, here's the internals. There's the spring I ended up having to modify to get it to work with the metal trigger. So, it works. How reliable is it going to be? I don't know. Time at the range and time will tell, I guess. But it's in there, it's tight, and it works, so I'm happy with it so far. I did hope I could get the skeletonized hammer in there, but there was no way to get that to work. It's alright though, I can use it on another gun of mine, on another Beretta. So, the other cool thing that I did while I was waiting for my parts was I crowned the barrel. It turned out real nice. These are pretty nasty looking out of the factory. They're just flat, there's no crown on them at all whatsoever. So I felt like it was necessary to do something. That's a bunch of gunk in there. I haven't cleaned the barrel out, it's just some grease and lapping compound. I just finished doing it the other day, so I gotta clean it out, but it turned out great. Pretty slick. So that should help a little bit with the accuracy. So yeah, Beretta M9 22. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave any messages if you want. The trigger job, or the polishing on the hammer, made a pretty big difference. While I had this apart and I had my polishing stuff out, I went ahead and did the same thing to my other actual M9, and that helped out too. So, good stuff. Thanks for watching.